Hello, welcome to another edition of Nayu Sabi TV. I'm your host, Victor. This session will be part 2 to our discussions on divorce in marriages. As I promised, I told you that we will be having a part 2 so that we will have a complete discussion on the topic. Let's move right along. For Christians, when getting married, you will normally hear the vow, for better or for worse, in sickness or in health, till death do us apart. But are women taking those vows seriously? Because now, people after getting married in the church, taking those vows, will even file for divorce months after that. So even when you file for divorce much later, what about that vow? The vow says, for better, for worse, in sickness or in health, and then till death do us apart. But people are living saying, I'm not happy. People are living saying, I'm bored. People are living saying, I outgrew him. What part of that vow did we hear happiness? What part of that vow did we hear boredom? What part of that vow did we hear that if you outgrow the man, you can leave? No part of that vow. The people are so quick to leave, regardless of the fact that they took the vow. So when they are taking those vows, are they really serious about the vow they're taking? Now it appears that it is for better to stay, for worse, I'm out of here. In sickness and in health, no. If you're healthy, I stay. If you get sick, I leave. I saw this woman leave her husband and file for divorce because the man lost his job. And she said, I told him that I will never pay bills. Where is the commitment? So now he lost his job and you can't stay and support him, you leave. Where is that commitment? For better or for worse? I also saw this lady divorce her husband while the man was sick and in the intensive care unit of a hospital. The man ended up not dying, but she already bailed out. So what happened to in sickness or in health? Are we really taking these vows seriously?
You left your husband because he went through a little financial struggle.
And did.
At any point in time, did you feel that love should have kept you there?
I feel like he didn't love me because if he did, he wouldn't have went through a financial struggle. A man that loves a woman don't go through hard times.
You left your...
Marriage is work. Marriage is hard. Now, if two people are in a marriage, there has to be commitment. Both people, both the husband and the wife, will have to continuously work on that marriage for that marriage to succeed. So when you're doing that, you kind of have a pledge of duty to each other. You learn to compromise. You learn to run things across to the other person so that two of you will work it out. So what does that do? That builds the character of both of you. So when you have higher character, it makes your marriage work out. So now, if you are in a relationship with a man of high value, a man of high character, he will have to hold you accountable to your side of the deal. So if you do something wrong, they will have to tell you. And you have to own up to that thing that you did and try to correct it. That is called accountability. But accountability for most women is like oil and water. Women hate to be held accountable. So because this man is a person of higher character, and they're holding this woman accountable, some of them will even bail out of that relationship. Some of them will even divorce that man, because now the accountability is exposing them, trying to hold them accountable. It's not something they want to hear. The man is now seeing their flaws and is trying to hold them accountable. What will some of these women end up doing? They will end up filing for divorce. And when they file for divorce, some of them will go out there and try to date consciously a man of lower value, because this person of lower value will not hold them accountable.
Why is it that when you have that perfect person, why don't you
No woman is perfect. Men don't claim to be perfect. Women do the majority of the breaking up. And whenever you ask a woman why she broke up with the man, who does she always blame? Him. So when the public finds out that a woman cheated on her man, they always support that and be like, well, why did she cheat? Women claim that they're perfect. When you just ask all you ladies, what did you do wrong in this relationship? And none of you guys said anything that you did anything wrong. Besides saying happy wife, happy life. So that pretty much means the man's happiness. Women do not take accountability most of the time.
Men love idealistically. Women love opportunistically. What does that mean? Men are more logical and they are very idealistic when they love a woman. On the other hand, women love because of the opportunities they will get from that man. So now, I was looking at this video, and this lady who is presently married as at the time that video was made wanted to divorce her husband and go to her ex, because her ex is a man of higher value financially. So Kevin Samuel asked, what did your father say about that? She said, my father told me to stay with my husband because my husband is a good man and is a provider man. But if you ask a lot of women will say she needs to go to her ex because that's where her heart is. And when she's asked, what does she think? She said herself, I want to go to my ex. Because he is a man of higher value. Just reverse that situation and let that be the man that is leaving his wife to go to his ex. A lot of women will hate that man to the core. A lot of women will get on social media and trash that man. Why do we have such double standards? And if I may ask, how come she did not marry that ex? How come that ex never offered her marriage? Now she's married and she wants to go back to the ex. That is crazy to me. Women. A new study out shows that women, even when they are in a relationship, that 56% of them have backup plans. What do I mean by backup plans? They have somebody else on the side in case this relationship fails. So some of these women, before they leave a marriage, they already have somebody on the side that they can go to, either to date or get in a serious relationship with. Sometimes they have these people in their friend zones. So when they leave, they got somebody. But unbeknownst to the man, there is somebody there that their wife is talking to, or that their girlfriend is talking to. You won't even know. Even when they are not talking to this person, they have that person sitting somewhere that they can go to if they leave this relationship. Also, women know way ahead of time that they want to get out of a relationship, that they want to file divorce, that they want to leave the man. So they start planning and putting things aside, putting money aside, planning their exit. But the man, on the other hand, knows nothing about this. So when the man is met with, "I'm not happy anymore," the man is usually shocked. Why? So when the woman eventually leaves, the man is devastated. They are devastated because they had no inclination that this was in the cooking. And the woman leaves, move on with life, appears to be happy. So women are just like birds. Before a bird will leave a nest, they will build another nest. So when they leave this nest, they go to that one. Just imagine that the woman that you're in the house with has somebody waiting, or somebody they have aside. It's kind of scary, isn't it?
56% of women have a backup plan. And it was that either that old friend or your guy friend, which y'all always say is just a friend, and then you end up being with the friend. They researched, studied this. I literally watched it today. They did a test, a psychology test. Some of them are already happily married, but they still have a backup plan. Why, bro? Why? 21, bro. Wallah. I'm staying single. Staying single. I'm shopping at Target. I'm not hollering at any girls, bro. I'm done. I ain't dating no girl. She says she got a guy friend, straight or not. I don't give a damn. Not happening, bro. Not happening. I hate.
I made a TikTok about this months ago, and there was thousands of women in the comments talking about, "Oh, she didn't leave her husband for nothing. I ruined not just my marriage, but my entire life by leaving my husband. I left him for absolutely no reason. He was very nice to me. I regret leaving my husband. I was distracted by another man who promised he would treat me better, but he didn't." Out of her own mouth. She left her husband for absolutely nothing. Y'all was saying all kind of stuff like, he must have done something. He was living off her. He was being mean to her. All of this stuff that y'all didn't even know. And here she goes saying it right here. She left for no reason. She ruined her marriage.
We live in a society that is preparing people for divorce.
Talk about it. Talk about it. Let's go.
We really, really are.
Yes.
Because I feel like people just want to give up so easily. And it's like, oh, if Keisha's not doing what she needs to do, then whatever. We're just gonna there's 10 other Keishas. People don't want to do the work. People don't want to communicate. People don't want to work hard towards something. And it's pretty
It's like the whole world is Hollywood now. It's because social media. You could just grab anybody. You see somebody beautiful, you're in the inbox, you're liking and commenting.
Yes.
You could talk to somebody from across the world.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like,
and you sit next to somebody and it's like, you're good, but I saw somebody over there that looks better. But how's their soul? What do they believe? What's their core values? What's their integrity?
We need to bring that back. I feel like we have lost that, you know?
Absolutely.
And I think how we get back to that is having examples. We live in a society.
Tia Mowry spent her Thanksgiving with ex-husband Corey Hardrick. She posted a picture with Corey and the kids. I was looking at the picture. Now, I'm not a body language expert, but what I think is Tia has seen what is out there. Tia has caught a few fish and she'd had to throw them back in the ocean.
Day out and day in, day out, and still have no resources. And for me to work, do the same, and just want a different life.
So, long story short, you wanted a different life and lifestyle than he was able to provide. And so you said, you know what, I'm out of here. I need more money.
I was selfish and took advantage of a real unfortunate situation, which was he loved me and David unconditionally. Every time we saw each other, like, you knew that was your soulmate, right?
Wow, I mean, so he was your soulmate? He just loved you.
He really did.
And you broke his heart.
But again, those 70% of divorce filings filed by women, we never want to have an honest conversation about this, right? Because anything that in any way might portray one as not being our vision of how this is portrayed in media means you're anti-women. I don't think that's true at all.
Trump has reportedly voiced his stance on what he describes as a growing trend of divorce being a business for women in the United States. Speaking about his intentions to push for reforms, Trump stated that marrying a wealthy man shouldn't guarantee a woman half of his fortune after divorce. Divorce has become a very lucrative business for women in the United States, and I'm going to put an end to it, Trump said. According to him, the current system allows some women to unfairly gain immense wealth through marriage and divorce settlements. Trump's proposal aims to ensure that divorce settlements focus more on fairness, taking into account individual contributions to the marriage rather than simply splitting assets down the middle. He argued that personal wealth earned before the marriage should be protected and not automatically shared in the event of a divorce. While critics argue that such a law could harm financially vulnerable spouses, Trump's remarks have sparked debate about whether the current system needs an overhaul. Many are waiting to see if this idea will gain legislative traction.
Now that we have come to the end of this session, I want you to please go down and hit the subscribe button on YouTube. Also, make sure to share this video with friends and family. Plus, don't forget to leave a comment. Leaving a comment leaves room for growth because it creates an interactive session. Have a wonderful day. See you next time. Ciao.